how good was it to see the defense come up and play like that in the second half like that as
Well, when we weren't executing, it was good to see one of the sides of the ball stepping up. It seemed like in the first half it was a little bit vice versa. It seemed like the offense was clicking, and the defense, was doing their job. But they only gave up 17 points, so it's not like they were doing bad. But in the second half, the offense couldn't connect, and they were hounding that quarterback. Coach said at halftime, get after that quarterback, and they seemed to do that.
Another 100-yard rushing game for you. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it was it's good to get the numbers and it's good to get the win. I'd probably take more pride in the numbers this week because we won the game. Last week it was kind of like I got 100 and whatever yards, but we lost. So obviously I was running the wrong way. But it's good to get yards, I guess. I don't know. It makes the O-line look good. I don't really care that much.
There were 27 rushing attempts and 31 passes. Is the run sheet more run now?
What was it?
27 rushing attempts, 31 passing.
I think we still got JJ still new back there, so I think open up the run a little bit. It's going to help him. And Blake's out right now. We got Bryson there, so they're both kind of new to this year's team. So not new, but they're just kind of trying to fit back into the squad a little bit. So running the ball is the easier way to get comfortable with things.
Is it nice to have a senior back behind to back up the center being out, another senior to
Yeah, I mean I'm totally comfortable with Bryce, but it's just a matter of him getting comfortable with the O-line again and knowing I think Blake was at the point where they had a feel of what the other one was going to do, and then I think Bryce will get that. It doesn't take very long, but I think it was just thrown in there real fast.
well? Were you fighting a little injury this week?
I didn't practice all week. I had a little hamstring strain, so I didn't take any reps of practice until the walkthrough on Friday. So it felt good today. I was in here about 3 after the walk, 3:30, 3:45, warming it up all the way till game time. Then halftime I had a hot pad on there, so felt good. My legs were pretty toasted by the end.
Last week, JJ came in on the fly. Today, he knew he was starting. He went right from the start. Was he any different in the huddle or running the offense?
I don't really see a difference in the huddle. They both call the same plays. It's basically a messenger from Coach Jones, but I don't know. He took some hard hits and got up pretty good, just like Kyle. So they both are pretty tenacious, I think. So that's good to see, and that's about all I saw. Was we got two tough quarterbacks that can come in and take a hit when we don't do our jobs.
Did Utep's run defense, change at all after the guy was injured and carried off the field?
I don't think so. I think I was just running horrible by that point. I think my legs were tired and I wasn't being able to keep my legs as much. The holes were there. Just got to get in better shape, and it's hard to do that when you didn't run all week. So this week, get after it a little more. Do the runs with everybody else and finish practices. I just stood around this week, so I was a little tired, a little fatigued.
Seemed like you slipped a few times. Was that due to your leg or just getting used to the new surface? Or?
I think that gets back to not practicing because we always, focus on running back drills, cutting off our outside foot, and I think a couple times I was leaning more on my inside foot so that you have a tendency to slip because your weight's all over your inside foot. So that's just all about getting back to practice and getting back to the fundamentals and doing the small things. Because on a big scale, I did things right, but when it comes down to technique and just my blocking techniques and stuff, I think I was a little off tonight, and that was due to not being in practice all week, basically.
First play, you busted a 40-yard run, then they started slowing you down a bit. Do you feel like Utep keyed on you because of the quarterback situation?
I don't really know. I think it was kind of cool to start off the game with that 40-yard run. I have runs like that in practice, but it never works out like that in the game where they're kind of all on different levels and you can just keep cutting across. So it's kind of neat to see that happen, and hopefully it happens a couple more times because it was kind of cool. But I don't think I don't think there was any difference in the way they played with JJ. I remember last year stopping the run pretty well, and they knocked me out last year. But even with Chris Butler coming in, who's a good running back, they seem to do a good job stopping the run. They run a lot of line stunts and a lot of they're going different ways, and so they're not coming straight at us very much. So it's harder for our O line to zone them off, and it's harder for us to get reads off where they're going.